Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Vivid's Library. Today, this episode was requested by one of my followers on my Tumblr at the Vivid AI, specifically by Dragon Mom. So, shout out to them. Thank you, Dragon Mom. I appreciate you dearly. So, we're gonna hop into the topic of today being how do humans get turned into fledglings? Like, what's the lore behind it? I know we talked a bit about it, but we're going to go more in depth this time. We're going to focus on Techno and Phil's relationship a little bit and how Techno got turned into a fledgling. So, Phil is one of the oldest vampires. He was one of the first vampires that ever walked the earth. And Techno was his second fledgling because at this time he had Nikki, who was fully fledged. So, Techno was a soldier in the Trojan War, and he was a Trojan, okay? He was one of the commanders and he was a high ranking soldier in their army, basically. And during the Trojan War, he was mortally wounded and he went off by himself to, die because he accepted the fact he was going to die, and he was only 19, which is technical because he can only turn a person who's over 16 into a vampire, same as how you can only drink from somebody who's over 16 or 16 themselves. And Phil found him because of the mass smell of blood had drawn him in, and he found Techno and he took sympathy on him because he was so young, and he turned Techno into a vampire. So how that works is we went into a bit of detail. It slowly stops their heart and prepares their body for immortality. We've discussed this before in the fledglings video. And another thing about fledglings is their instincts is wired a bit differently. Their instincts basically make them whatever their sire wants them to be. So for Puns, despite the fact he wanted to be loved by Puffy and wanted her attention just like she gave it to Dream, he knew that she wanted him to be independent. I hope you can hear the quotations in my voice because screw Puffy's parenting, okay? And basically, Puns's instincts made him stay away, made him independent because that's what his sire wanted him to be. Because wherever the sire wants is what the fledgling will become, basically. Because they want to please their sire, they want to be a good fledgling. Whatever their sire wants is what they, need to become. And you'll see this in later chapters because we'll explore fledglings a bit more fleshed out in the fanfic. And I'm really excited to do that. I'm really excited to get back into writing. This has really sparked my interest back in writing, and I'm super hyped. I really enjoy doing these, if you can't hear the happiness in my voice every time I record. And yeah, this one's kind of short because I didn't really have much planned.